Hi, my name's Nicole Nehemiah and I'm a teacher at Chisholm TAFE and I teach Certificate 2 in General Education for adults. I work in a team teaching environment where I work team teaching with a carpentry teacher who delivers Certificate 2 in Building and Construction. So the students that we have, they're generally aged around 15 and 16, mostly boys, and they're disengaged from school. They've either been asked not to come back to school or have decided not to come back because it's just not their thing. They haven't really fit in. A lot of them have learning disabilities, or we find that they have behavioural things such as ADHD, Asperger's, things like that. So the way that we keep the students engaged in the program is that because it's team teaching, they get to build as part of the carpentry component, and then I come in with the literacy and the numeracy side of things, and we like to say that we trick them into learning, and that's because everything that I do with them is based around the building and construction side of things, so it's always relevant. So the way that we embed the foundation skills into the program is, like I mentioned before, we like to trick them into learning. So there was a time in my last group where a student was like, Nicole, you know what, you haven't taught us any maths, you haven't taught us anything, how am I going to get my Certificate 2? And it wasn't until I held up his folder of all the things that he'd done, such as safe work method statements, all the running measurements, or plan drawing, reading plans, that he was really shocked to see how thick his folder of work actually was. And then I started talking to him about converting millimetres and centimetres and all of those types of things that he never knew before he started the course. And it was really, really great for him to realise how much he'd actually learnt in just a small amount of time. I think that some of the most effective teaching strategies are with this particular cohort, because they're disengaged. A lot of them suffer from low self-esteem. They're used to falling behind in class and not feeling very good about themselves. So we really work on building up their self-esteem and making them feel really good about themselves and making them feel proud about the work that they're producing. The classroom type stuff, I like to break up the class and put them into smaller groups based on their learning abilities, so that way then when we're in the classroom, no one's shooting too far ahead, no one's falling too far behind, so they all feel like they can do the work and feel proud of what they're producing. And we try to run the program similar to what it would be like for them if they were out in the workforce, and so I get them to fill out timesheets. We make sure that they're on time. If they're going to be running late, they have to text us, just as they would do in a work environment. So I think that really helps with the attendance and the retention, and plus they're again working on their self-esteem. They're feeling good about being here, which I guess makes them want to keep coming here.